Oh, did you just discover that the business of billionaires is your business? Pull up a chair and let's talk about Priscilla Chan's 40th birthday and the reason why she chose to post those photos. It's fascinating, and no matter how much money you make or who you are, it tells us something about style and power and the substance of style. Now, there's a critical difference we've got to say from the beginning. Unlike a lot of other celebrities or people who have a lot of money, Priscilla Chan does not make it her business to constantly post photos of her wealth, the luxurious things she has, the designers of what she's wearing, that sort of thing. While other celebrities and other rich people's job is to show wealth to make money, it's in Priscilla's best interest to not show her money so she can keep you from taking her money. And I mean by that, like making laws and creating, legislation that breaks up her company or taxes her more. So for many years, they've played the down low vibe, backyard wedding, not posting every single gift, not exactly saying, look at our $1.3 million watch, that sort of thing. They have laid low as you could lay. Obviously, we all know how much money they make. We know that they live in nice houses. We've seen snaps and clips of their great life or financially great life, right? So it's not a secret. But this kind of thing, we haven't seen very often, right? There were multiple photos of this, multiple outfit changes of her in great designer outfits. She doesn't tag the designers, doesn't tag the team that did the birthday party, doesn't tag a lot of like the details, because it's not about us learning about the style or the details or, looking at the luxury that put all this thing together. That's not why we got the photos. Priscilla exists in what is called Technofeudalism, right? Or what is becoming known as the Technofeudalist state. That's what we live in, right? It's a world in which a small group of people own the land, which we live in online, in which we conduct our businesses, and all the rest of us rent that land, or we work in that land, or we work on the land, right? Just like old feudalism days. Yanis Varoufakis wrote this incredible book called Technofeudalism, What Killed Capitalism. You should read it. But going back to the point, there's a good reason why people like them do not always flaunt and expose what they have, because they want to appear normal. They want to appear that you too, if you worked hard enough and did what they did, could also amass this much power and this much capital and greatly influence the country if you just wanted to. But what happened recently? These two were at the Trump inauguration. Her husband, Mark Zuckerberg, was caught looking down Lauren Sanchez's very exposed chest. This followed a lot of online chatter after Mark Zuckerberg took down the whole on their internal fact checking and said it's going back to the community. What did the community do in protest? They wrote a bunch of emasculating things about Mark Zuckerberg, and they talked about how she's going to divorce her husband. They also started casting her as the next Melinda French Gates, right? She's going to be the woman who breaks away from her a-hole husband and, does great things with the money, and they're two separate people and no one could see them together because Mark has just descended into anti-feminist misogyny and Trump supporting whatever, right? So the online narrative, the PR that you can't buy, has been pitting them against each other. And what do we see for her 40th birthday? We see both of these people, Mark and Priscilla, posting the lavish photos from the party with them hugging each other, them celebrating together, and in her caption she includes the words, "I am so lucky." Basically, I'm lucky because I am so loved. It was a show of unity. It was a reminder that they're a team. They gave us this glimpse and they took the risk of looking out of touch to shore up their image as a couple. If he didn't love her, why would he rip off his suit in front of a symphony of people, not a symphony, like a eight-piece band, to reveal himself dancing and singing in tribute to her? Why would she wear a bunch of different dresses? Why would they invite all their loved ones? Why would they throw such a great, amazing party if they weren't madly in love with each other? And if they didn't see a future together? This was about shifting the narrative, and it was also not about sharing us the details of the party. They don't care if we know the details of the party. Because believe you me, their friends that got invited, they're not allowed to post whatever pictures they want. They have very expensive photographers. They have a tight control over what's seen. And if they wanted their friends to see this beautiful party that they posted or that they hosted, they could just show them. They could send private albums on golden feathered pheasants to people if they wanted to. But they posted it to us, not for everybody else's benefit, for ours. They are seeking to tell a story about themselves. And they are also seeking to tell a story about the choices that they make politically and economically. And they know that they have to tell that to us because what they do affects you and I. So I just found that fascinating. In case you forgot, I have a policy show coming out with the SPLC, NPRX. It comes out this Wednesday. It's called Apathy is Not an Option. You can find it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. If you are feeling down and out about the current climate, about what's going on, and you want to feel like you know that there's a team going after things, that there are people willing to protect you, and that there are steps we could all take without burning out, be there. I will see you around. Because yes, I did watch the Oscars and I have thoughts.